it feels good to be back doing the sit down, people. It feels good. Callum's in the building. I put a poll in the chat because I want to see if you guys flip flop, change your mind, do all that great stuff to see which sit down you guys love from the Coppish Boys. Is it Callum? Is it me and Matt? Is it me and Drifty? Or there was an exclusive one that was funny as hell with me, Matt, and Savage. I'll let you guys vote. Big up to Callum in the building. First and foremost, gratitude for you to be here. We're going to talk about Liverpool and enjoy the conversation. I hope.
Yeah, we will.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't see why we wouldn't.
People crashed out even though we won 4-2.
Really?
Yeah. People say we didn't like the way. To be fair, I'm kind of in that cat. No. Let me make sure I clear it up. I'm in the category of I didn't like the way we conceded the two goals, but I understand how we conceded the 2 goals. But I've seen people crash out on Konate.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Okay. Florian Wirtz. Soboslai.
What for? I've seen now months to be fair, crashed out on Sobo yesterday.
Yeah, so I've seen 4 like
on Wirtz. All right.
Yeah,
Cal, let me start with the Konate stuff.
Yeah, clear it up, please.
Ever since rumors started circulating that Konate was looking at Real Madrid or didn't want to sign a new contract, things started changing towards Ibu. I remember succinctly last season, Liverpool fans saying Konate and Virgil is the best centre-back partnership in the world. Not just the Prem, in the world.
Yeah.
He got injured in the Real Madrid game.
When
we won 2-0. Was immense in that game. After that game, he was rushed back from injury because Slot didn't trust Kwanzaa and Gomez was injured.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy a great end to the season, admittedly. But was still very good. The Community Shield was absolutely an excellent performance from him because Virgil was terrible. And he was pretty much holding the defense together at centre-back by himself.
Yeah.
Then the game against Bournemouth had a bad game. Again, I'm not one of these fans who believes that Marc Guehi is better than Konate. Do I want us to sign Marc Guehi? Absolutely. Because he covers for Konate and Van Dijk and there's not a big drop-off.
Yeah.
I think people don't understand just what Konate brings to this team. Is he the best centre-back in the world? No, we have that in Virgil. Is he top 5? Maybe not even top 5, but he's definitely top 10. And we could do a lot worse than Konate. And for those who are in the top 5, none of those are attainable. Bastoni's not attainable. Gabriel's not attainable. These centre-backs are not attainable. Konate is essential for Liverpool Football Club. And again, I'm not even saying if Guehi comes in that Konate is an automatic starter. But I'd love to have that headache. I'd love to go to bed and not be the manager and think, well, I wonder if it's going to be Slot playing Konate or Guehi tomorrow. I wonder if he goes with 3 at the back because we could do that with Konate, Virgil, Guehi. I wonder if Joe Gomez plays because Joe Gomez is a bit of good form. I wonder if Leone plays because, Leone hasn't had many minutes and we want to... I like having those options because, if I'm thinking about that as a Liverpool fan, I know the opposition manager's going to bed thinking the same thing, thinking, how do we prepare for that? Please, guys, I'm not saying you can't criticize players, but the way people are speaking about Konate like he's trash, like he's a bozo and all this. Do you know how many teams in the league would bite your hand off to have Konate?
Bro, I always say this. I say the opposition rivals talk so much about our players and highly about our players than we do at times with this football club. They look at our team and go, this guy could actually do wonders. And we're like, nah, who cares? He's not good enough. Get him out.
Don't get me wrong. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of that with Gakpo, I think. I probably think I'm guilty of that with Gakpo, I'd probably say.
Right, okay.
But not because I don't rate him. I just feel as though I think he can be very predictable sometimes. And I think sometimes that plays into opposition hands. But I will always say I don't want Gakpo sold. I just want another alternative to Gakpo who is serious competition. But people talk about Guehi like he should be sold. I'm going to go on a limb. I'd rather lose Konate on a free than sell him this summer.
My business head was like, no, but my football mind is like, yeah, it makes sense. Have him in the team, innit? And we'll try our best to go and win some stuff. And if he goes, he goes. So, listen, I get it. But yeah, after that first game, Cal, everyone was kind of like, I would say crashing out, but it was just the 2 goals that we conceded that
Yeah.
I feel that's where.
Kanai was skin out for the second goal. Still, that was bad. Still.
Nah, I hear. Listen,
He was
I hear
spread
it.
on the
I
floor
hear it.
and,
You know me, man. I'm a details guy, right?
Yeah.
And I always look at the first bits before, and the
Yeah.
first bit was a sloppy pass, and
From
then a
Salah.
counter attack. Yeah, and the counter attack, the man them like the players were chasing back, but it was literally a sandwich. We had 2 players in Virgil and Kanate there.
Yeah.
We had 3 players running behind them.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, you had Semenyo and the team of wingers that he had just running at us. So in my head, I'm like, there's nothing they could have done. Like, maybe if you dive in, I don't know, but Semenyo is skillful. I don't know, but it just feels like it was unwarranted. I think it was just the structure of how when we was building up to when we lost the ball, that was the issue, than individual errors there. If I didn't want to put blame on anyone in particular, I felt like we should have gone, if we lose the ball, where should everyone kind of be?
Yeah.
But I get it. We was moving all hungry, bro. We was looking for more goals. I get it. That's the team we've got at the moment. But talking about hunger, Cal, we got one brother that wants to stay at the football club, a guy called Federico CHIESA. He's come out and said he wants to stay. And it looks likely now. Guys in the chat, ladies in the chat, let me know how you feel about this, because it could mean that we don't go and get another winger. It could just mean that we just go and try and get our striker that we're trying to get, and then we'll just live with what we got. Let me know how you guys feel in the chat. Cal, over to you, bro.
I only want CHIESA to stay on the basis of 2 things. Slot actually gives him minutes.
Agree.
And 2, we still get a striker and another wide forward.
Do I see that happening? The other wide forward, no, but I see the striker if we can get it done.
All right. If Elliott stays, then I could live with not getting another wide forward.
But then is he going to play?
God
Cal,
knows.
we got so many players within this team here. That's like, are these guys actually going to... Is Elliott going to get minutes, realistically?
Let's be real, though, bro. Apart from Elliott and CHIESA now, we've trimmed the squad down. Endo's maybe the only other person you'd say, oh, gee, he might not get many minutes. But everyone here now in the squad, in my opinion, is here because Slot wants them here. So if we sell Elliott and we bring in another wide forward and he's asked CHIESA to stay, there's no excuses not to play CHIESA. There's none. But you have to play CHIESA if you're keeping him. And look, I kept on saying this. Salah has no backup. I've been saying this for years now. Salah has no backup. If CHIESA stays, Salah does have backup. Or CHIESA becomes the competition for Gakpo, and we go and get... hear me out, Ends, because I don't know if you're a fan of this player or not.
Go on.
But then you go and get someone like a Tyler Diblin to deputise for Salah until...
Yeah, this is the second time you've thrown. Who was the last one?
The last one was Jacob Greaves.
Jacob Greaves. Now we're just... Okay, Cal. All right, see, this is the market we're in now. I hear it. Liverpool didn't just win the Premier League. We're just out here shopping like we barely got relegated.
No, because we need... All right, hear the plan, though. Hear the plan. There's always a plan around it. If we... That's a kick. If we get Tyler Diblin... if we get Tyler Diblin this summer, and let's say Mo decides to leave next summer with a year left on his deal, you know who's got a release clause next summer, right?
Who's Saka?
Elise.
I thought he signed a longer deal. Is he? He
signed a deal, but he's got a release clause that kicks in from 2026.
Okay, I see your thinking.
Right. So for me, if you go and get someone like a Tyler Diblin, you don't have to register in the squad. We'll be homegrown when he turns 21, and we'll be happy to deputise for Salah. When Salah goes, whether it be next year or the year after, you can bring in Elise, and you don't have the issue for me of going to Tyler Diblin. You're still number 2.
Or just not get Tyler Diblin.
Yeah.
Or just,
But on a real though, for me, I don't. Again, we might disagree on this. I think Slot's shown already he doesn't trust Rio yet to be a player that can come in and make a change for Liverpool if we're in a dump.
I'm going to slightly disagree because I had the same line of thinking. And then the man them obviously always got like, lead me in the right direction. It didn't make sense for the games for him to play. So, i.e., the Community Shield one, I would have hoped he would have got some minutes there just because. But I guess the manager probably thought in his head he wanted to win it, and maybe in his head how he wanted to set up in the latter stage of the game didn't require it. The Premier League game at 2-0, you're like, okay, I'm like, get a couple more, and then we'll see our boy Rio on the pitch. But then we conceded 2. That's not the type of game you throw the youngster in. I wouldn't mind doing that, but from the manager standpoint, he's thinking, I don't want to put him in to fail. I want to put him in to be successful. How I know I think he trusts him, I think in pre-season, he played him quite a lot. And I think he stood up. He stood up to the task. He stood up and delivered.
Fabio Carvalho.
Yeah, but I think they're different. I think there's differences in there, right?
I think they're in pre-season last year.
Yeah, I know, but in that moment, like,
and Elliot.
No, I hear it, but then Elliot got injured, and then Sobo went in there, and we know, like, he just thought there's no point in taking his brother out. But I think there is a position over on that left-hand side for him to be rotated in if the manager doesn't go and get someone to, to compete with Cody Gakpo. But if Chiesa does stay, he has to give him minutes, bro. I can't live with him just not playing him and he just sitting around. Firstly, he didn't even include him in the Asia tour. So I thought, okay, then he's going. But then with obviously Diaz leaving, Nunes leaving, and a few other players, he's just gone, okay, he wants to stay here, he wants to win trophies. But we need to get his confidence back as well, because there is a player there. He's not big old Chiesa. There's still flaws in his game. There's still weaknesses and deficiencies. But I think with confidence, you could get something out of him in game. But the only way he's going to get confidence is if the gaffer plays him. And if he doesn't play him, then what's the point of being there?
It's not honestly. Completely agree.
Why are you choosing 2 mad players, bro? I hear Diblin's a baller in that, but he's not Liverpool level baller.
Is he not, though, to deputise with Salah? So who could we go and get, bro? That's a left-footed forward.
Why do we need a left-footed forward, Cal?
I'm just thinking, because Chiesa can play left and right, innit? So in an ideal world, if we're not going to buy anyone else, I want someone senior to compete with Gakpo. If we're not going to get a Rodrigo, and it is going to be Chiesa who stays, then for me, Chiesa and Gakpo battle on that left-hand side. Then I need someone on the right-hand side. Because I'm just call it straight, and people aren't going to like this. Salah had a stinker in the Community Shield.
No, I did.
And he had a bit of a stinker against Bournemouth as well. The goal was fantastic. He had a stinker against Bournemouth. Gakpo had a stinker against Crystal Palace and Community Shield. And although he had a good game, I still wouldn't say he was great. Took his goal fantastically well, but he weren't great. I need a player that's on the bench that goes, okay, that's 2 games now. Slot, that's me on the 3rd game now, and I'm not losing my spot. I don't think it's fair to put Rio in that position right now.
The thing we have, though, Cal, is either you trust the players you have or you don't, innit? So even if you think they're not, I think if you don't trust that they're good enough to come in and play, then you might as well sell them. I think the only way you're going to know if these guys are ready, i.e. Rio, is to play. That's the only way. Any player that we've seen out there in the world football killing it at a young age, the only reason why we know of them is because they've been played. They actually have minutes, and they've been put in a platform where they can go and showcase their skill sets. At the moment, we can see glimpses of how good he is, but if he doesn't get the game time, then what's the point of keeping him? Because that's one thing I don't want. I know how talented this kid is, and he doesn't play, I'll be so annoyed. Like, this is the one player that I'm like, you need to play. And if you don't play him, I might call for the gaffer's head. That's how bad, that's how highly I rate it.
But I think this season, it'd be good enough for him to be 7th choice attacker.
I don't know. I think
he'll still get minutes, like the Plymouth game and stuff. So you see, like, if we get drawn against teams like Plymouth and all that, that's when I'm expecting to see Rio and Trainioni. But I'm not expecting to see them in the Premier and Champions League unless it's the last game of the Champions League and we've already topped the group and all that stuff. I don't want to see them playing high, intense level games. And I think if I'm
Why?
going to be honest, I think Neone is ahead of his development than Rio is.
Yeah, I think Trey. Yeah, you'd say Trey is.
Like Trey's the one, if anything, that'd be
Yeah,
like, all
Trey
right,
has to
bro,
get
Trey.
games as well.
But right now, if Gakpo's having a stinker, I can't look at the bench and be like, Rio's got to come in and save us here. It's not fair. Brother, he can't. Can he even get his provisional yet?
Don't matter, Cal. You got two great teams. He can score goals. He can problem. Don't matter if he can't drive yet. We get a driver for him. It's all right. We've got chauffeurs. Like, don't matter. But yeah, no, I think we got 2 weeks left of the window, right? So we definitely have some business to take care of as well.
Sorry to cut you, bro. What would be your dream end to the window?
Another defender, obviously the striker. And before I didn't mind.
Give me names. Let me have names. Is it Guehi and Isak? Because I feel you would have said Guehi. It's not Guehi, is it?
No, it is. It is.
Oh, okay.
Because I think he ticks all the boxes for me as well. Isak, obviously, that's my guy, bro. That's the dog. And I think we want one more. I wanted a wide player. But if CHIESA is staying, if we go and get another one, I'm just thinking that it's going to hinder Rio.
Not if it's an older. If it's for Fana, then yes, I agree. It hinders Rio. If it's a Rodrigo, it doesn't, in my opinion.
I still think it does, because then you're gambling on the point of Liverpool going further in the cups. And I'm not saying we're not, but I'm just saying we could draw in the third round of Manchester City, and we could draw the first round of the FA Cup and Arsenal, for an example. Not expecting us to lose against them, but that's tough opponents. You're not guaranteed to go through against those teams. So that means there's no hope of qualifications for more games for these players. So if you go and get someone else in that's going to hinder the process or his progress, then I'd rather loan him out. Send him to a European team. Dortmund, they sold Gittins, could do with a wide man. He could go there and get his development done there. If we're going to get seventh is mad.
No, because I'm thinking about injuries as well, and AFCON and stuff like that.
But okay, here with AFCON, I've kind of got a solution. If Gomez stays fit, I think Bradley goes right back, Frimpong goes right. Bradley goes right back, Frimpong goes right wing, and Gomez is going to be the backup right back.
Frimpong's hammy almost went within 70 minutes, bro.
Yeah, no, but if he goes right wing, he's not doing the up and down. Bradley will be there. He will stay at right wing. And then Gomez will be the backup right back.
Can we trust Gomez and Bradley to be fit?
But okay, Calbert, we're going to the realms of depression.
No, I'm not. Ends that Bradley's still out now, bro.
I know he's got hamstring injury.
And Gomez just came back just now as well.
I hear it, but I'm on the side of it will work out. That's the side I'm on. I'm not on the side of if it goes on the side of when the players are not there, then fair enough. At the moment, Gomez is back. Fingers crossed that stays the same for a while. I'm pretty sure Bradley will be back soon, so we're all right there. And Frimpong, he said he felt something, but it wasn't bad. So then hopefully he's fit for the game, because he might not even be fit for the Newcastle game. So that means it'll be Gomez at right back. So either way, guys, it's a mad predicament to be in. But let's talk about this, brother, bro. What did you think of the number 9 that's graced Liverpool? Well, he's 22 at the moment, but the 22 that's graced Liverpool forward line. Bro, I love this guy, bro. He's cold, you know.
He's levels.
Different levels, man. What did you make of his debut in the Prem?
An excellent debut. A goal and an assist. Excellent. His first touch was good. I was just saying this on Hooks' channel. Do you know what I like about Ekitike? He's fleet-footed, he's silky, he's got finesse. But you see when the game gets into the trenches and you need someone with that dogged mentality, he's got that as well. It's very rare you get a player who's got both. But those are the players who are the top-level ones, the ones that, if it's going to be a gritty game, I can put the gum shield in and we can fight. Or if it's going to be a tippy-tappy game with tiki-taka, I can do that as well. He is absolutely excellent, man. But I will say, after watching him, it makes me want us to sign Isak even more, because I think he will develop so much from having an Isak in the team to learn from. And even though he took his goal really well, just like the Community Shield. We've seen him miss a couple of chances now where you go, maybe that could haunt us in other games. I just don't want all the pressure to be on him. I think if Isak's there and he is the player who rotates with Isak, we are laughing. And like when I say we're laughing, we are laughing. I can't think of a team that's got 2 strikers in their squad better suited for their teams than what we'd have if we get Isak.
Bro. And this is why I said I don't think the Premier League is going to be ready once if this deal goes through for this one here. So, Cal, the problem I have at the moment, Cal, I'm trying to keep faith, right? I want him. I think it will happen. But as the days go on, as the hours tick on, the seconds, the minutes, and I'm hearing Newcastle need to sign 2 strikers before they can think about selling him.
Newcastle need to do something.
So now it's the waiting game, and the waiting game is getting boring. It's getting annoying. It's going into a realm now where I don't want this to be deadline dating. I'm not saying it should matter when we get him, but as long as we get him. But I want to get this brother through the door, man. I want to at least be sure 100% that it will be done and dusted. I know he wants to come. I know he's on strike. I know Liverpool are ready to pay what it takes. But Newcastle at the moment is just playing hardball for no reason, bro. They're saying they wanna get strikers in before they sell him. But I'm like, either way, he's already told you he does not want to play for you. So regardless if the window shuts, he will not play for you.
Yeah.
So what is the difference in selling him now or later? So you might as well just sell him now then. Get him out the door. The player's already telling you that it's kind of upsetting the harmony within the squad because obviously he's still close with a couple of the lads in the team, obviously. So I don't know, man, what Newcastle's playing at. And I don't want to diss them. I don't want to get onto them because obviously Isak is getting a lot of the slack as well.
Yeah, this is
based on his behavior, which is mad. They're saying his behavior is mad.
They're saving face at the moment, I think, Newcastle. I think this deal accelerates after we play them in the league. I don't think Newcastle wanted a world where Liverpool signed Isak and the player they tried to sign in Ekitike, both rocking up to St. James's Park and potentially doing a madness. I think the narrative will be, Liverpool's officials and Newcastle officials got together after the game and hashed out a deal. I still think we get Isak this summer. And I think Newcastle get the players they need to get as well. And we all move on from it. They'll boo Isak for the rest of his time in the Premier League or whenever they play him. And we'll have a striker on our hands that has the potential to be the best in the Premier League. We'll be fine. I can't see a world where Liverpool would have let this go on for so long if they didn't think we were getting a player.
Yeah, and I got asked the same question by the lads at Savin, and it weren't even a question, it was more what we was thinking about. But I think the reason why it's dragged on is because we've got Ekitike. If we didn't get Ekitike, I think we'd have probably moved on by now because then we wouldn't want to leave ourselves short, if that makes sense.
Maybe. If Newcastle weren't so silly with the whole Ekitike thing, though, then I don't think we would have even got involved with Ekitike stuff. I think, but also at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if we spoke to Ekitike in the hope that he would stay at Frankfurt for another year. Because I think the plan was always Isak. I think the plan was to keep Jota in the squad as well and have him be Isak's deputy. Unfortunately, what happened with Jota happened. And I think we had to accelerate the Ekitike deal. And look, Newcastle tried to pull a fast one. And we sat there and were like, well, look, we can listen to Newcastle, let Ekitike go Newcastle, but what if they turn around and say, well, no, we're not selling the Isak now, then who do we go and get? Because there's strikers in the market, but we don't want any of them. We had to do what we had to do. Man.
Yeah, we couldn't leave ourselves short at all, man.
But I think that's what Newcastle just being bad negotiators and trying to pull fast tricks against people like Hughes and Edwards who have been doing this for years.
Yeah. When do you see this happening? And chat as well. When do you guys see it? Do you think it's a deadline day thing? Do you think it's next week? When do you guys actually see this deal getting done? Because once it's done, I think a lot of the rivals are going to crash out, bro. At the moment, you've noticed every one of them's a bit more calmer now, relaxed.
Yeah.
They're like, praying it doesn't happen. They don't look, they don't. But make the next 2 signings go through the door, and you see how quickly that tune is going to change with them. But when do you guys see it happening?
I personally think next Thursday or Friday. Next Thursday or Friday.
That's too far, Cal, man.
Nice, calm.
Nah, it's too far, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
So all right, let me look. The date next
Next-
Thursday or Friday will be the 28th or 29th. Yeah.
When is deadline day? 31st or
Well,
something? Or is it going into the...
It'll go to the Monday, the 1st of September. My worry is getting that deal, the Guehi deal, and another player deal done. That's my worry.
But the next player ain't my concern. But those two, 100%. The addition that you want, and I potentially want as well. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm not really fussed. But those two for me has to be done. We need to put ourselves in a position where we've got all the players in the team that we need going forward. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying, different days as well, man. And I'm not getting impatient, man. I am to be fair.
Yeah. Are you concerned it doesn't happen then?
No, it's not that I don't think it will happen. It's just the thing that I feel like at the moment, right? I feel like Newcastle is in a tricky position. They're in a position, right, where they don't want to look as a terrible club. Like this for me, for Newcastle, is a defining moment in football for them. Because not only have they struggled to get the players they want through the door, so then now they have to turn to plan Bs and plan Cs, they're potentially losing one of the best players in the Premier League and one of the best strikers in the world, and he's going to go to a rival. When everyone told me, well, if Newcastle get Champions League football, why would Isak want to go to Liverpool? And I said, because we're a bigger club. I don't understand. So what if they got Champions League football? So my problem with that is they're going to want to go, at least we kept the best striker in our team, regardless of what the situation is. I'm sure they'll find a way to manage it and do whatever. But if they lose him, not being able to get plan B, plan C, whatever, other players in their team are going to be like, oh, this ain't no big club. They've sold us, like, we're trying to move forward. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. Why would we want to be here? So then, like, the guys like a Tonali, the guys like a Bruno Guimaraes, the ones that go, I could go and play for bigger teams. Why am I?
They've shot
So
themselves.
they have to try and save face. And I think they'll try and do something where they want to save face more than just like look as a small club, for an example, because they want to portray themselves as a big club going forward. So I feel like they'll just keep him just because.
I'll be real with you. I think, all right, maybe not the earlier players in the window like your João Pedros and the Embromos.
Yeah. But
if I'm not surprised that Sesko and some of these other players have turned them down, because if I'm a player and if I'm Sesko,
right,
my end game isn't Newcastle United. It's absolutely not. It's not. It's not though. It's not. It's not. Like we've been there. Remember, Ends, we've been there. You know,
guys. Remember, he's from Coppish as well. Yeah. Remember, he's Callum from Coppish.
He's not there. He's not there. Remember, I'm speaking as a Liverpool fan.
Right.
Fernando Torres, that wasn't his end game. Liverpool wasn't his end game. Suarez, Liverpool wasn't his end game. Coutinho wasn't Liverpool's, not his end game. Luis Diaz, Liverpool was not his end game. But what we did do is we provided them with enough to say, look, we are competitive. If you aren't gonna be here for the long run, we are gonna make sure we get the right amount of money for you, and we're going to make sure we're not just gonna keep you for the sake of it. It doesn't make sense for me, Newcastle. If you're trying to sell a project to Sesko and be like, yeah, you know what, we'd love to have you here, and Sesko goes, but you know what, in 4 or 5 years, if Real Madrid come knocking, are you gonna be an issue? And they go, no, and then he just looks and goes, well, Isak, that's a bit of an issue. Why am I gonna go there? Because they're not competing for stuff at the moment. It's gonna take a bit of time for them to get over that hurdle. Granted, they won the Carabao Cup and they dunked on us to do that, so full respect to them. But they're not that team yet. So in order to become that team, you've got to go through this before you can become that team. Every team's done it. Newcastle, I know they've got rich owners, but they can't be seen to be different. Like, everyone has to go through these tribulations. And until they realize that, keeping a player against his will, it ain't beneficial.
Let's see, Merv.
Callum
Let's
from
see.
Coppish said it. Words of Callum.
Yeah, because you said that weren't his end goal. It's mad. I didn't say that. Marc Guehi, Cal. Obviously, it looks likely that that's going to be done pretty soon. So we should have him, playing for Liverpool. Maybe I think that's probably going to be finished by middle of next week. From what Fabrizio is saying and from what other journalists are saying as well, saying it's close, Liverpool close to like agreeing a deal, and they think is going to be around 40 million, which I think is fair. I think Liverpool shouldn't try and undercut Palace at all, man. I feel like we need to just have a good relationship there because they keep producing some really good players or have some good players there. And I think in the future we can go there and get some more players out of them. So
I'm looking at Adam Wharton. Do you know who I'm looking at longer term potentially as well? Essie, the new young winger. I'll be real with you. You see how I just said what I said about Newcastle in their negotiations? I got to hold the same energy for Liverpool. We just dropped money for Leone real quick, but we're umming and ahhing about Marc Guehi. Like, come on now. Like, please get that wrapped up. Because I tell you what, and Drifty made a fantastic point last night. Guehi's playing matches. Isak's not playing matches. Guehi's playing matches. God forbid Guehi picks up an injury. What happens then?
No, but to be fair, Isak has been playing as well. He played against us when he was going to Spurs, and he played in the last game against Chelsea. So he has been playing. He just going forward, I think he might not play in the next game because I think that deal will be wrapped up Eze to Spurs. But Guehi will play until we sign him. So,
but here's the plan, though. Here's the plan. Liverpool let Konate leave on a free next summer, and Guehi comes in on a free next summer. So it just kind of cancels each other out. And then we go and get another centre back, like maybe a Schlotterbeck or someone like that.
Sorry, man, I kissed my teeth again. Nah, that's free.
Or a Jacob Greaves. Like,
nah, bro, allow me, Cal, please. Allow me with the Jacob Greaves. Bro. I don't want to lose Konate for one. And I feel like Konate and Guehi in the team makes us a stronger team than one or the other. So, I don't want to wait till next season, man. I want to make sure we have everything like ready for this season. I want to make sure every game we go into, there's no like, oh, I wish we had. I want us to already have it. I want us to be prepared for every game, every tournament. You know what I mean? That we're gonna face. We're gonna face teams with low blocks, high lines. We're gonna play against so many different teams with quality players as well. So I need us to be fully equipped, man, and ready to go. If we want to go to a back three, we can go to a back three. If we want, do you know what I mean? I want us to be in a position where we can do what we need to do to win games of football.
Now you're talking about like,
instead of selling and then hoping and bro, I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to do none of that.
Yeah, you're talking my language now, bro.
Why do you think? So the other question I want to ask you: why do you think a lot of people want to get? I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but why do you think a lot of people want to kind of get rid of Konate for Guehi so quickly without actually witnessing? Because my point was, you've actually not seen Guehi play in the Champions League like that. You've not seen him put on a red shirt and play games, and with the idea of every game we play, it's a must win, or every game that we go into, we're fighting for a title here. He's not been in that yet. He's obviously an international footballer, which is great, and he's whatever, but
he's also going to go playing a low block in a back three to a higher line in a back two.
With maybe no protection in front of him at times.
So,
So why we've seen Konate do it. So why do you think some sections are going, nah, get rid of Konate, get him in?
The Real Madrid thing happened with Trent. People don't want to repeat that with Konate, but also sometimes people just like a shiny new toy. Plus, I think there's a narrative around Konate that people just think he's a bit of a bozo, which I don't agree with. He has moments where you go, Konate, bro, fix up. But on the whole, Konate is solid. But again, I might be the wrong person to ask this question because I just don't get it. Mons might be the perfect person to ask this question because Mons is... How do I put this, actually? I don't want to just troll Mons, even though me and him have a laugh and that. I want to be serious on this. Mons rates Konate and wants him to sign a new contract, but he also sits there and says he feels like he's a bozo.
You can't be both right in that moment.
But that's why I don't get. That's what I don't get. But at the same time,
he shouldn't be at your club.
I don't know who you like, because again, with all due respect, unless I see it, unless he comes to the club and he proves me wrong, I don't think Guehi is better than Konate.
Plus,
but he's not way worse.
He doesn't play on Konate's side. So does Virgil shift?
Now we're talking about football ends. This is why I talk about football with ends. Because I keep on saying this. Everyone assumes that Guehi's going to come in and just take minutes away from Konate. I think he takes as many minutes away from Virgil as he takes away from Konate. Because let's be real, Virgil over the last few years hasn't been rotated. He's 34 now. You're going to have to start rotating him. Guehi's the perfect person to do that because Guehi can play with both feet. This notion, and again, Guehi can play right centre back because I think he might have done it when Joachim Andersen was there. But he seems a lot more comfortable on the left-hand side.
That's where England plays him. That's where Palace plays him. That's like us, someone else signing Virgil and putting him right side centre-back.
And again, I think Virgil can play right-sided centre-back.
There's a can and there's a where I'm comfortable.
Yeah. So I keep
on saying that the feet and Diags to Salah, that changes the scope of the area where he plays those passes to. Does he now play those passes over to the left winger instead of the right winger?
Yeah. I'm telling you, I want us, but that's also why I want Guehi as well, because I do want Virgil's minutes better managed as well. Because I want to get the full 2 years of Virgil at his prime. Coming from the club, as opposed to we get a year and then the last year he goes out bad and then people start to skew their opinions on how he was as a Liverpool player based on the last year. I want Virgil's last 2 years, I want Salah's last 2 years to be the best that they can possibly be, so they ride off into the sunset if it's time and we go, wow, we've just lost 2 legends, but look how we send them off. We send them off with quads. That's what I want. And if you if we get, bro, all right, I'm gonna read this out to you, bro.
Go on, bro.
I'm a nerd in it. I'm a nerd, bro. I'll be the first to admit I'm a nerd, especially when it comes to this football stuff. Liverpool can potentially have 3 11s if we sign 3 players between now and the end of the window. So currently, starting 11 will be Alisson Becker, Frimpong, Konate, Virgil, Kirkes, Mac, Vert, Salah, Isak, and I'll say Gakpo or another. I say Gakpo. Second string 11: Mamadashvili, Bradley, Gomez, Guehi, Robbo, Sobo, Endo, Jones, Chiesa, Ekitike, and the new left winger or right winger.
Right.
Third team: Woodman in goal, Lucas Stevenson, Leone, Nallo, or Wellity Lucky, Chambers, Eamon, McConnell, Neone, Trent Kone, Doherty, Dans, and Rio. And you still got Will right there as well. Bro, the depth we have or will have if we sign those 2 or 3 players before the end of the window, I want us to compete in every single competition. In fact, I'll go as far as saying if we get knocked out early in the cups, I'll be pretty disgusted.
I would be if look, the only way I would accept it is only if we play against the top teams and they play their first team and we decide to rotate our team. That's the only way I can go. Fair play to them. They wanted it today and they decided to go with their first 11, then they went with a rotate team. If we draw anyone else, bro, and we don't batter these, I'll be upset. Yo, I'm with you. I've seen what you guys have put in the chat in terms of Dave O'Cop. He just said exclusive. Liverpool hope to close a deal this week for Marc Guehi. He said Liverpool hoping to secure a signing of Marc Guehi as early as this week. Liverpool were initially hoping to pay around 30 million. A fee closer to 40 million total is expected with add-ons. And he said it's an exclusive from Davo. So that for me, if that's the exclusive and he's getting that, that's fair enough. I'll take that. All right, so that's the centre back done. Now,
sorry, ends.
Wow. Okay. What's wrong now, bro?
And Kunku looks like he might be going back to RB Leipzig. That could effectively change the situation for Harvey Elliott. Because I don't think Spurs are going in for him now. They're getting Eze. RB Leipzig, if they're getting Kunku, I'm going to go in for him, in my opinion. What does that mean?
Do you know what it is? I think
And I'm
Liverpool.
good keeping Elliot, by the way.
Yeah, I think Liverpool found themselves in a position where they're trying to clear house, but then realize the scope of what they're doing because you can't change too much too quickly as well. So I think they've got to a position. Maybe they wanted to kind of clear house with maybe a Harvey first and stuff like that, and then left Diaz on the back burner and stuff like that and wait. But because Diaz is gone, they've gone. I actually rate him more than I rate him. But if we now sold him and sell him, who do we actually have left? And then who can we go and get? So I think with those guys, Harvey might find himself at Liverpool for next season as well.
And I'm good with that. Because I think him and Wirtz rotating in the 10 is absolutely fine.
Fair enough. What about the let's just shift the conversation slightly, bro. What about the results over the big three, the top three, the 3-horse race? Most people think it will be. So Arsenal winning 1-0, City beating Wolves 4-0, and Liverpool obviously winning 4-2. Which one of the games did you go, okay? Or did you kind of expected all the teams to kind of win? Obviously you would win, but the other two more importantly.
Yeah, I knew Wolves were going to get battered by Man City. Wolves are one of the teams I predict to go down this season. It's going to be a very, very tough season for Wolves, in my opinion. I expected us to beat Bournemouth. I didn't think we'd make it as hard as we did for ourselves, but I also knew it would be a walk in the park. And then for the Man United game, I had Arsenal winning, but I actually thought Arsenal would win by a bit of a wider margin.
I didn't think they would have. I actually thought Man United would have won that game.
Nah, midfield and defense, they're still light, man.
But they played better than Arsenal, bro.
They did, and the referee really did bail them out, in my opinion.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Stonewall. That was a Stonewall
pen, and the foul on the goalkeeper, which many said, "Nah, it's soft. Goalkeeper should have been as strong." I'm like, but he grabbed his arm and he backed into him. Like, I can't believe they didn't give that.
But do you know why I can? And this is why I have an issue with referees in football.
Yeah.
You see, if the goalkeeper had fallen down and thrown himself to the ground, you'd have people going, he fell over and made a meal of it. The goalkeeper stood up and was expecting a free kick, and he wasn't given one. So, yeah, I hate the whole narrative of players going to ground easy and throwing themselves to the ground and all that. But they do it because of the environment that they're forced to play in. How many times did we see Coutinho get fouled and he wouldn't go to the ground and the referee wouldn't give anything? But yet someone gets a little tap and they fall over and the ref gives it. The referees are the ones that can change this narrative. If you start giving the real advantage to players who are actually taken out but try and continue, as opposed to players who are just looking for a free kick, then the whole thing will change over. One thing with Arsenal, though, and I hate giving Arsenal praise because they're something else in it. They proved they could win ugly. And Man United at Old Trafford, first game of the season, is not an easy game. It's not an easy game at all. And yes, they got lucky. They rode their luck. Raya was excellent on the day as well.
Yeah.
But they still won in it. And for me, I've always said the first 10 games of a season, I don't really care about the performance too much as long as
the internet took Cal out. Let me know if Cal's frozen for you guys or is it me? Let me know, chat. Is it me or is it Cal? I said, nah, he's FSG. He's a part of the, he's a part of their team, so I don't think they would cut him off because of that. Yeah, they froze him up as well, man. Said put him in. He was about to say something wild in it. I'll wait for him to get back in and his internet sorts out. Yeah, nah, I don't think it is. But yeah, I'll give you guys a different spin on, I think, how I saw the Arsenal team and game, right? I feel like, obviously, they got a goal, which was wrongly awarded. I feel like Man United should have had a penalty as well. That should have been rightly given. So you got that. I think in transition, their midfield looked weak. The passes side to side, there's no real cutting edge within the team. And obviously, you're playing against Man United, so it's a different shape. But what I don't want to do is give the same Man United loads of credit, because a lot of teams will be like, well, or fans will say, Man United finished 15th last season. They're not a good team. Yes, they have added some quality players in the team in terms of the attack. So I think Cunha is a good player and Buemo is a good player. Chesko didn't play, but most I've seen online that people don't kind of rate the player in general. So that's the same team that finished 15th last season. So why is all of a sudden the Man United Arsenal game or Man United the more difficult team? Big up Cal. Or Man United the more like harder team to play on the weekend when we played against a Bournemouth team that was stronger than Man United last season. And even I know Wolves obviously just escaped and stuff, but even them at times look good apart from Man United last season. So a lot of Arsenal fans, and I heard Hooks as well. Big up to Hooks. But it felt like there was a lot of copium being said though. Oh, Gyökeres, they didn't really create chances for him and blah. So
do you think he was that bad? Yeah.
Listen, I don't think he's a bad player. And I agree with what you said. I think they should have got Benjamin Sesko and Gyökeres should have went to United. I think they suit those players better, the managers better in the teams.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man. How many times do we say that about our forwards? Oh, get yourself in the game. Like, why are you waiting for man to create for you? And then even when I argue the case about, well, he only had 2 shots in the game, man, they're like, who cares? Didn't play well. So let's not create this soft mentality. Like, he's a top striker. He didn't come in being this unknown striker. He came in with the tag of one of the best marksmen in Europe.
Yeah,
like the amount of goals he scored, right? So get yourself in the game. This is not the first game he looked like that. It's not the second game. It's like 3 games where he's looked the exact same. Apart from the header that everyone tried to milk. Oh my God, I can't believe the run, and then he glanced. Okay. All right, bro. All right, calm down. I can't believe the glance. Like, he should do better, but at the same time, look, he has to get himself in the game a bit more. He can't just stand there. This is not Sporting anymore you're playing for. This is not where the team is built around creating for you. You have to go and make things happen for your team.
We don't say this about Haaland though. And I'm not putting him on Haaland's level.
It sounds like he was there.
No. But he's a very similar type of striker to Haaland in the sense of he's strictly there, in my opinion, to finish a move off. He's not looking to get in the play, and he's not an Ekatike. He's not looking to drop in and link up play and beat a player and all that. We don't say this about Haaland. If Haaland's not getting service, we go, oh, Man City ain't providing service to Haaland.
Yeah, I still think he should get in the game. But I know what I get from Haaland. I know he's...
And I think that's obviously where Gyökeres has got to prove it. If he is in the service and he starts netting, then he will start to get some of that grace. But until then, you're right. They're going to crash out on him. Just like they crashed out on Wirtz because Wirtz didn't get GA in the first game. People are calling Liam the lap dancer. Like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's a dark world out there nowadays on the internet. It's a dark world.
Nah, also as well, shout out to the chat guys and big up to Scottish Bear and the mods and Liz and the rest of the team. But we're at 90 likes, guys, 260 plus in the building, and we're not liking the video. It's kind of shameless on you guys' point of view, not on ours, to be fair. But we're at that same time now, guys. Cal in the hot seat. So Cal's got 5 questions.
I know Enz is not. Enz just dropped these questions now. You know, I can't even...
Cal in the hot seat, guys. How it works, if you're new to the channel, when we do the sit down, Cal normally gets 5 questions, normally from the people in general. So they'll send in questions or questions that from last streams that we had and they asked. And I thought, why not send it to these guys? Send it to them and let them answer it. So Cal, you got 5 questions. I'll leave it to you, bro. I'll leave it to you.
All right. So first question is, what's your top 3 celebrities not in football? Are we eliminating just football or all sports?
All football, just football. Take out football.
So Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. I was gonna say a football name and I can't. Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Other celebrity. Probably go someone like Denzel, you know. Probably Denzel. I don't want to speak too soon because Hollywood's a mad place, but I don't hear any bad stories coming out about Denzel in it. And he seems to carry himself properly. So I'll go those are my Mighty Mouse, so Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. Terrence Crawford, and Denzel Washington. Top 3 films of all time and why. Ends is gonna crash out on me. I know he is, and so is a lot of the chat. So one of them is Shawshank Redemption. The other is Carlito's Way. Hear me out. The third one, I've got kids in it, so I've had to watch this film a lot. The Incredibles.
Nah, I don't mind the Incredibles, bro. I'm an Incredibles guy, man. I got kids as well.
Okay,
Incredibles is fire, bro. They need to make
that's what I'm saying. There's a deeper meaning to the Incredibles. You know, that family unity and dealing. Like Incredibles is sick. So that's my.
Nah, it's cold, man.
You have to choose your favorite between football and MMA. Which one and why? Okay. Raw. This is what we're doing, yeah. It is football. Football is my first love.
Can you say that while looking at the camera, please?
It's football. It is football. Football is my first love. How can I put this? I don't know what my life would look like if I never became a football fan. Like, just think about this for a second, Enz. You and I are good friends because of football. Right. A lot of my best friends are friends of mine because of football. Like, I can walk into a room and if I see some other guys in there and I see one football top or I see one person mention a football name, I'm like, oh, there's a conversation starter there. But I love MMA and combat sports. Like, I can't. And doing MMA and boxing and doing combat sports growing up as well, like I have such an appreciation for those athletes as well. But yeah. Yeah, my subscriber numbers going down, then we're gonna have to revisit this and edit it out. Like,
we are skipping.
Yeah, it's football. It's football because it is my first outside of like my friends and family when I was a kid. My first love, hobby-wise, was football. Then it was wrestling, as in pro wrestling, like WWF and WCW, and then it became boxing and MMA. So, but football's always been like consistent. If you could put a teams that best describe Matt and Drift, what would they be and why? Oh.
You don't have to be nice because when they're on, they're probably
yeah. I know, Charles. I've seen the shows. The team I'd say best describes Drifty.
Chat, can you guys get involved in this as well? I'd love to know. Put the team down, Drifty and Matt, that you think best describes their personality or person, whatever way you guys want to. What best describes them, please?
I'm gonna say Inter Miami for Drifty. And the reason why I say that is Drifty does like to give flowers and pay homage to players, even though they might be on the other side of their prime. And if it was up to Drifty would keep players for a long time at the club. Whereas I'm probably the opposite end of the spectrum. Like for me, you get 2 seasons. If you can't show who you are in 2 seasons, then you're on the chopping block. Whereas I think Drifty would let a player see out their contract or even offer them a new contract to keep them for a bit longer. Matt's a tricky one because Matt's all about flair and tech. I don't think Matt really cares about the defensive side of the game, if I'm going to be honest. Matt's all about flair and tech. I'm trying to think what team just epitomizes flair and tech. I might go 13-14 Liverpool. Suarez, Sturridge, Sterling, Coutinho. Them lot were doing a madness going forward, but at the back we had Mignolet, Sissoko, Flanagan, Skirtle. It was dark days at the back. It was like a team of 2 teams. So
I would. Do you know who I would have said? Big up to Jog. I would have said Barca for Matt, even though he doesn't think that Lamine Yamal is a good player. But
nah, because Barca defend well. Matt don't care about defending. Defending is an afterthought for Matt. He crashes out on stream when he sees bad defending. But if you ask Matt right now, if I was to say to you, if I say Matt, we get Rodrigo and Isak, but we don't get Guehi, what would you do? He'd laugh and go, yeah, run it. He'd laugh. Whereas me, I'd rather sacrifice Rodrigo and get Guehi and Isak.
Just to make sure defensively we got something there as well.
I'm telling you, Matt, you know the giggle Matt's got as well, that infectious start. I'm telling you, he would say Rodrigo and Isak. And his words would be, we'll survive defensively, we'll find a way.
Players will do well there. Don't worry, we got it.
All right. Who best represents black culture in order? You, Matt, Drifty, and White. Oh, that's a tough one.
See, Matt, Cal don't get easy question because Matt was saying that you man get easy questions. It's always him in the dungeon with the questions on the sticky one. So that's for you, Matt. That was for you.
I think all of our qualities are probably all of our biggest weaknesses. So Drifty's loyalty. Mine is, without sounding arrogant, I think I can be a people pleaser sometimes too much, which sometimes is my biggest weakness. And with Matt, it's probably generosity. In terms of how that translates to black culture, because I think they're all important things in black culture. I'm gonna be shameless and say me. And the reason I say that is because I've done quite a lot of work in the community. And
that's true. Big up to you for that, by the way.
I still do it as well. And like I do try and promote things like people don't like, especially people of black heritage, donating blood and stuff, because I see a lot of people with illnesses and conditions which require people to have well received and well matched blood. So I'd probably go myself. I can't differentiate between Matt and Drift. It's a tricky one.
Man's a community man, Cal.
Every show I do, there's a new name around me, you know. Do you know they've been calling me Ical recently, you know?
Ical?
Ical, because they're saying I'm too shameless with some of my... I tried to rattle other people on the panel yesterday, innit? And I went crazy with it. They started
fair enough. You have to know your limits, Cal. You can't
I know. I tried to say a few
brother Cal and that. It's mad.
I might go Matt and Drift, but only by a smidgen.
I won't get you to say too much more, but
yeah.
Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask. I think I'm gonna ask each of them.
I'd love you to ask the other two that question.
I would ask them because I reckon Matt would choose himself. Actually,
yeah, I do.
I think he would have, but
yeah,
maybe Drifty would do the same thing as well. But it's interesting. But is that the last one?
That was it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Listen, man. Big up, Cal, man. Big up, man. There you guys.
You know they were as well. You actually know they were tough questions.
They were tough. But blame Matt, because Matt said every time he's on here in the hot seat, he gets the more difficult one, and you guys get the nicey, laughy questions. So he didn't this time. So big up to Matt. That was for you, my guy.
Always though.
But yeah, Cal, listen, I don't know what you guys have coming up on Copish. Maybe you want to tell the people what's to look out for and stuff like that. For those that don't know, I'm sure they all do, but they don't.
So today we shouldn't have anything coming out unless there's any breaking news. Tomorrow we should have 2 shows, a morning show and a show going out in the afternoon or evening. Thursday we'll have some stuff going out as well. Friday we'll have a panel show. This Friday we'll probably do a preview this Friday as well, if not then Saturday. So yeah, full week of stuff.
No. Grateful, man, Cal. Thanks for jumping in, bro.
Always a pleasure, man. Come on.
But yeah, you guys only get us for a short period of time, man. You gotta deal with it. I'm joking. For us guys over here, I think everything's really scheduled anyway, guys. Unless there's, as Cal said, if there's any breaking news, we'll try and cover it for you guys and give you guys our takes on any of the transfer news. To be fair, but nothing apart from the Guehi stuff, the exclusive stuff from Dave O'Cop saying that should be done this week. Nothing really on Isak, kind of just a waiting game at the moment. And I think that's kind of it. What we're in the market, maybe just sales now. I think maybe that's where we're at in the moment in the market for Liverpool. Chiesa wants to stay. Harvey Elliott looks like he might stay as well, because unless we're looking to get rid of everyone, I doubt it. But other than that, guys, listen, man. Tomorrow, maybe there is a stream for us. If not, everything is already scheduled, so you guys can head over there and go and like some of those already. And big up to all the new subscribers as well, man. Love for the support as always. We're close to that 5K, guys, man. We're not far off. We're churning over. We're getting there. I think we're about 100 short. So if you guys would appreciate if you guys could go and share the video, and and if you're watching and not really communicating in the chat and you like it, just subscribe until I say something that triggers you. And I understand, because there's times when I do.
Trossard signed new contract. Run me Rodrigo. Anyhow, we get Rodrigo, Isak, and Guehi before the end of the window. It's done. Run it. It's a shootout. It's Liverpool or Man City. It's a shootout. And City have to sell. We don't need to sell.
And City's starting to play like Liverpool. I wonder why. Direct football and that. I see you guys. Don't worry. I was watching intently, bro.
Anyhow.
High line City. Did you see how high their line was?
Yeah, they'll get caught out though.
Bro, if they play like that,
it's
a long day.
They'll get caught out.
It's a long day. But there you guys have it, man. If we by the end of the window, and Fenway Sanderson Group gets us Rodrigo, Isak, and Guehi, make sure you go and thank Cal, because he's working hard to get these transfers in the building as well. Big up to Beans on Toast. Says Enz and Cal. Do you prefer hard dough bread or tiger bread? Hard dough bread, man.
Hard dough all day.
Hard dough bread is the best bread on the planet.
On the
planet. I think it is, Cal, but
no, it is.
I've not tried. There's must be other different culture bread out there that you can try and go
brioche is nice.
It's not as good as hard dough.
No, it's not. Do you know what? I just thought of?
What?
Because I make French toast sometimes, innit?
Okay, French in the cow. I hear you.
Yeah. But I do it with brioche. I might try a thing and see what French toast will be like with hard dough bread.
Have you ever tried to toast the hard dough bread?
Yeah, it's the
best. Patty inside. Put a patty inside.
Oh,
toast it up. Levels is.
But hard dough bread is so versatile. It's the Milner of breads.
Left back, right back, centre back, goalkeeper.
Even when you put it in the microwave, some butter and some jam. Oh my goodness. Oh my, hard dough bread is the best, man. It's the best. It's the best.
I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry now. Big up to Neil as well, for Kevin Neil for subscribing as well. Big up to all the new subscribers as well. All right, let's get out of here, man. Let's go and do something with our lives, guys. Peace out, man. Big up, Cal.
Bless up, people.
Peace.